Hello and welcome back to another session of learning Unity with me. I think where we last left off, it's been a while because I had something to do yesterday, but well, I guess the first thing I noticed is that there's a compiler issue in the HealthDisplay. Oh yeah, I think I know what it was. I think we were doing a challenge and I think I was trying to figure it out, and it was the health display that we were working on. But yeah, let's see here. So we have a health display, but there's a compiler issue. It's this one. This basically copied the star display, but for the health display, of course. The next thing we gotta do is, I think we need to, sorry, I'm just trying to see where we're at. So if I remember the goal was to create a health system where if the enemy touches a collision, which would be here, our base, it would call on this script. They'll first find an object of health display type, and then it'll call the method to reduce the health points, in which case we would pass in an argument that would decrease the health point value, and then update that value to our text here. I think we have a base script as well. So yeah, so far what I've done is destroy the object, which is always good, saves memory. Alright, why isn't this video loading? Let me refresh it. Alright, cool. Alright, so well, you guys can't see it, but the first one says display our health points on screen for the player. We did that. Let me just see if it gets updated immediately. This is cannot be loaded. Please fix it. Yeah, I think we fixed it already. Wait, actually no, we did get another error here. Update display does not exist, so I probably misspelled it. Yep, I spelled it incorrectly. Alright. So when we hit play, this value should change to 100. Alright, cool, so it does. So we got that done. When an attacker reaches our base, they inflict damage, and then when our health is 0, load the you lose screen. So it seems like we're gonna have to create a screen too, which shouldn't be that hard because we can just duplicate one of our previous scenes. But it's been so many lessons ago where we were talking about like aspect ratios and such that I might need to review it because I don't quite remember it. Sorry, I got lost again in thought. So we have the base script. So whenever an enemy touches the base, well, they get destroyed, but most importantly, the health value decreases. So since there's always only going to be one health display object, it's safe to assume that if we were to find the object of type health display, we'd be referencing the single object that exists in our game. And by doing so, we can then decrease. We can call in the method reduce health points by, and then I don't think the attacker has any variable that, or at least not yet, but like a variable that states how much damage it does to the base. So for now, we're just going to say a decrease by 15 points, and definitely that's just a placeholder. I'm not going to keep it there. I might, it might be a lot better to create a variable and then place it. Actually, that is actually pretty good. Let's just do that right away. So we're going to do serialize field, int damage points, yes, and then we could just initialize it to 15, and then oops, copy and paste that, and yeah. But what I would like to practice on, because I know I don't really do this, is trying to catch some errors or some bugs. So first of all, we do have the condition of when the value reaches to 0, then we want to switch to the next scene. But do we do that here, or do we do that in HealthDisplay? I'm pretty sure we do that here. Yeah, so we do that here. Not sure where exactly though. So maybe when we reduce the health, so maybe right here. So I'm just gonna do to do check for death. If so, load the game over scene. Oh yeah, we also need to catch. Also check, so if the health goes below 0, make it to 0, because it would look weird if the value is -3 or -100. It wouldn't look right. So instead we're just going to make it go to 0, and then we're going to update display. But we're not going to worry about that just quite yet, because I do want to test if this works. So let's go ahead and do that. Did I forget to make it public? Yeah, I did. My bad. I forgot to delete this. I guess I was just testing it out. Oh yeah, it does work. Cool. Dang. Alright. So it does work. I don't think we need to catch it. I think that's good for now, this line of code. Like, we just need to reduce the health points and then destroy the object that the base collided with, which is, it should be an attacker. Alright, so I guess we should work on this part. If, oops, it's commented still. If health points is less than or equal to 0, first of all, health points should be 0, because then it could be properly placed. And then to do load the game over scene. I mean, technically we don't really need to update the display, because by the time we transition to the new scene, you won't even recognize the health going down to 0. But there's that quick instance where we still get to see that value go down, and that doesn't really look good. So this is just for aesthetics, I guess. So to load a new scene, we need to have scene manager, and we need to go to scenes, and notice that we have 2 scenes. We have the start scene, we have a splash scene, we have a level loader. This one has level loader 2. Time to wait. Wait, why would it have time to wait? It's not waiting. Is it actually waiting? I think we used that just to have the splash screen. Oh, it doesn't even have the buttons working. Oh god. Alright. So, let's go to canvas, give that some focus, get our event system, load sound, level loader. Oh, there's 2. I think I screwed up for this one. Let's look at the script just to see what we're working with. Let me see if the script is good enough for me to just read once and understand it. Alright, so we have time to wait, which I assume is the delay between, or how long we want the splash screen to load up. So we have scene manager here. Get scene, get all the active scenes. And we want to get this build index, it seems like. And we start coroutine, which is what we did last time, where it would, because we're able to stall a little bit. And right, that would be the coroutine would be used. I'm not sure if we need to update. The coroutine would be used to cause the delay between the scenes, then load next scene. So we do seem like we should have the script for it, but I don't see it. Oh, load level, never mind. So we need to have load level, so I guess we need load level object into our other scene, our level 1 scene. We need a load level. But we don't really need to wait, so like I said, to 0. I don't think it really affects it or not. And then we have to also go to our build settings and then update the build. Oh, maybe that's why, because we still haven't added level 1 yet. So let me go back to the start scene, save it. Oh, it doesn't even have button. Doesn't even have a button script to it. Then on click. I think we would need to pass in a script or an object where we would call the next scene or something. I'm just trying to remember. And then we can say send message. Yeah, it doesn't have it for some odd reason. Just run time only. Alright, so I guess for now we're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna mess with it a little later because I do need to review it. So yeah, that's one thing that I need to, I guess, not worry too much about. Like, even though I forgot about it, I think since I'm a beginner, like, these things will definitely take more time to get used to, especially since I'm only like spending on average like 2 to 3 hours a week, because I do want to make this my hobby, but I'm just taking my time with it because I really don't like getting overwhelmed in the beginning, and I just like chipping away from the giant elephant, right? Which is, game development. And I'm just just exposing myself to, I guess, the engine, the editor, and whatnot. And then I guess over time, as I continue to make games, review games, I'll start seeing patterns, in which will help me learn, I guess. But sorry for that little rant. Anyways, let's create another scene. It will make a game over scene. I'm gonna create a similar scene because I'm kind of lazy at the moment. I know it says splash screen, splash scene. Start scene, but I don't want to change it. So we're gonna go here. We're just gonna delete that. Then we could just say go to the start game text, change this to game over text, and then go to our text here. Let's say game over. Try again. It looks kind of bad though. Let's create a triangle. Maybe we can do this. There it is. This should be fine. So we're just gonna. Maybe we could also change the color to red. It's kind of hard to see, though. I think it might be. I forgot what I did. I think I did a gradient, because I did this same thing in the Laser Defender game, because I thought it looked pretty cool. That's actually better. Yeah, I guess that should be fine. And we're also going to add this in the build settings. Alright. So let me reflect a little bit. When an attacker reaches our base, they inflict damage. So we got that down. So then here is our final task for this challenge, is when our health is 0, load you lose a screen. So basically this scene, I want to load this scene. Let's go back to level 1. We have the level loader scene, so yeah, we have the main camera. Focus back on that. Game area, level loader. Right, so we need to also, I guess, create a reference here. We can say load, level, and then I say load level equals find object of type load level. There should only be one as well. And yeah, when we die, we'll do load level dot. Let's look at the methods here. So we have, what was the script's name? It was load level, right? Start load next scene. Load level loader. Oh, that's confusing. Which one did I use? Level loader. So load level is not being used, I guess. I have to make this public. So that way we can go to our health display, load level, load next scene. Which, would be kind of bad if we had level 2 or level 3 or next level, because then it would go to the next level as opposed to the game over scene. But let me see if this gets the job done. I forgot the semicolon again. Inaccessible, but it's public. How's that inaccessible? It says load level dot low level scene is inaccessible due to protection level. I meant level loader. Hit play. Alright, so what I'm expecting here, or observing, is basically seeing the game over scene if it works. Oh, that's weird. Now the text value isn't being updated. Did I change something? Oh, my bad. I guess we don't really need to update the display when it's game over. So yeah, now it should be working, hopefully. Come on, Heartless, you can do it. Yay. Dang, the Heartless are going ham on the trophy. Oh, well, there you go. Game over, try again. I kind of want to see it in first person. So let's go try that again. This time, first person. I'm gonna try to play. I think that's a good enough reaction. Let me see if it changes to 0. Oh, it does. What? That's weird. But yeah, game over, try again. And yeah, because I know there's a way to load a scene based on the title name. So we would need to just put the name of it and then load it. I heard it's not a good way of doing it. It's better to structure your game in a way where it's you can know like the index value. I don't know. It's like we know the game over scene might be the last thing that the player does. Actually, no, that came out wrong. But I guess we should put it like closer to the end, and then maybe just find the length minus the index so that we find the correct. I don't know, actually. I really don't know the proper way of doing it, because I don't see a huge issue with the name, other than, I guess they do have to iterate through all the scenes just for it, and if you have a lot of scenes, that could be a huge issue. But how else would you do it? Maybe I'll figure it out during my run for this learning. Alright, so we completed everything here, so let's go ahead and see how he implements it. Alright. So far it seems like we've been doing the same, but I did notice one thing. The way he chooses damage, it's consistent. For me, I'm making it sure that it's, you have to place it right. You have to pass a parameter, and mine's over here and his is over here. So yeah, that's the only main difference. So yeah, I basically so far it's been the same, so that's cool. Alright, so he did do the loading differently. So instead, which I think is a lot better, he created a public void method, load game over scene. And this one actually does utilize the string name of the scene. So scene manager, load scene. I'm not going to put a string because I think it's better if we create a constant variable just in case we ever change it, and it's easier to change it up here than it is through the code because it does look, you know, over time a little bit messy. So yeah, let's look at static bars and private string const. Actually no, it's private const string game over ID. Just game over scene, and then we're just gonna pass that over here. Yeah, so this is actually a lot better than using the load next scene, because then we don't have to worry if we do have another level. We can just go straight to the game over scene. So instead of this one, we're going to load game over scene. And let me just see if that works. Oh, I forgot a semicolon. Always forgetting about the semicolon. Alright. You know, the heartless sprite does look kind of weird. I mean, when it's attacking, it looks pretty cool, but when it's walking, it's just very weird. Oh, so it still works. Cool. So let's go ahead and continue. He's doing it in an object that already existed, but we already created an object. Maybe he forgot. Maybe in the comment section they'll reference that. I'll check it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the Q&A. When Rick accidentally typed love, looks like no one mentioned it, so it's cool. Another quiz. My favorite. Which of the following will change our animation to the state of is attacking? So we need to have an animator object, and then we need the set bowl. So far I see two that are similar, but this one's missing the parentheses, so I'm gonna go with this one. Alright, okay, yet another find the bug question. It's good practice, trust us. What is the problem with this code? Strike current target, float damage. If there is no current target, return health equals current target not get component, and then if health. So I guess if it's not 0, I can see that. In Java it doesn't work like that. Numbers can't be Boolean values, but this is C#, and in C++ you can do that. So I assume they kind of moved that type of logic into C# too. So I guess I can ignore it for now. Wait, if health. So if health is less, I guess if it's not 0, then it's false. If it's 0, it's false. If it's any other value above 0, then it's true. Alright, so let's see here. Semicolon is in the wrong place after return. No, that's right. We can pass in damage to our deal damage method. And that's pretty fine as well. Missing parentheses after our if statements. What do you mean? They're right here. Oh, parentheses. Yeah, I think that might be the issue. I'm getting slightly confused because I guess since I've been coding in Python, they don't really use parentheses, so that's why I'm a little iffy. But I think in C# you do need parentheses, so the method should not be public. It should be public, I think. Yeah, because we need to have an animation event and we need to access it, so it needs to be public. Yes, nice. Alright, which of the following is not an option for the type of slicing we use to slice our spreadsheet? Automatic, that's true. Grid by cell height, nope. Grid by cell size, yes. Grid by cell count, yes. Because I think they made it in a way where, like, why make two different types when we could just put it all into size? Because grid by cell size can be both by height and width. Creating it in, like, I guess it doesn't seem that efficient, so it's this one. So which of the following is the simplest way to pick a value somewhere within the range of our array? So we have to do the random method or random class, and then get the range, use the range method from the Unity user namespace, I guess. So we can cut this out because it has to be capitalized. So 0, 1, often if the array is bigger than 1, so no. Array min and array max. Usually the min is 0. There's either 0 elements or more than 0. So this is, I mean, this is not a bad way either, but I don't know if there's any methods that call for min or max. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I guess I didn't really pay attention. But min and max returns the minimum value and the maximum value, so that's also incorrect. So it's actually this one. Cool. What do we need to replace with question mark, question mark, question mark? If stars is greater than or equal to amount. Because the equation would have been stars minus amount is greater than or equal to 0. But what we can do is move that value to the other side and we get amount. Nice. Create a level timer. I wonder what that's about. Alright, so we got the challenge. First of all, I should have been copying what he was doing, because now I have to go back. Alright. So we're going to create a slider. Go here, create a UI slider. We're going to call this timer slider. Push this to the top of it. And, sorry. We're gonna go right to left, so as we increase the value, the slider will go in that direction. So we have 3 different objects, I see. So we have the handle, and we can actually change the image to a moving animation. So he had a fox, so we're gonna do, I think the lizard walk would be pretty good, since that is our first enemy type. So this would be a good example of when to use scaling, because if we change the pixel density or pixel value, I forgot what it's called, the pixels per unit, if we do that, it's also going to affect the objects here. So I guess this would be a perfect way to use this value here. So we're just going to increase this. Like that. And then kind of move it. Oops. So let me just see the timer again. Oh no, we gotta move it a little bit to the front. There we go. Then let's just see it again. It's kind of hard to see. Let's make it really big. Actually, what he did. Hey, where'd it go? Dang it. I don't know what happened. Three. Let me see how that looks. Alright, let me watch how he does it. Oh, he made the slider bigger too. Yeah, that looks way better. So I'm just gonna push it here. What was my question? Oh yeah. Wait, did I? Dang it. Yeah, let me redo that again. So we're gonna right click, create a UI slider, call this timer, I guess, yeah. Increase it by 3 just to make it look better. Then change this from right to left so that it looks like that. If we do whole numbers. Alright, so to change the handle, we have to go to the handle slide area, click on handle, change this to lizard, set lizard. It's kind of small for now, but we can scale it. And then here's the W tool to kind of put it in the front like that, where his arms are at. And now when we go to timer slider, just kind of drag this along. The width. I guess it doesn't look too bad. Let me see. Whoa, that's scaled too much. I mean, I don't want to trick it too, because it can't be too big, or else, it'll confuse the player. So, let's do 4.2. No, let's just do 4. 3. Yeah, I guess so. Just move this slightly upwards. This is 1, but it doesn't look complete. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, so it's already 1 hour, and I'm gonna end it here, and then I'll see you guys next time. Peace.